Everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and I have a message of love for you today. We are a few days away from Thanksgiving here in the U.S., and I know that other countries have their days of Thanksgiving and different traditions that they follow, and it seems like what happens for a lot of us is we forget to be grateful on a daily basis. And I've been practicing this little meditation that I wanted to share with you because it's been so impactful for me, especially lately. So basically, this is not a guided meditation where you're listening to someone and they guide you through a meditation. This is something you do on your own. And basically what you do is, first of all, and this is really a very cool, very important part. And the reason I wanted to share this with you is because if you can kind of see, oops, it's on this side, the light coming in from the window. I was sitting here doing some work and I saw the light coming in and I was just like, oh my goodness, I need to share this because this has been one of the meditations that I've been doing, and I've been doing this daily now for about 10 days. And every single time it literally brings tears to my eyes because it makes me feel so full of love and hope and gratitude. So basically what you do is this. You first of all surround yourself with light, divine white light. So you envision yourself, your body, surrounded by divine white light on both sides, in the front and the back, over your head, over and above, and underneath you. So you're putting yourself in this beautiful divine white light. And that alone right there is healing and will fill yourself, and it'll fill your soul with just, it'll make you feel so good. Then the meditation is this. You take a big deep breath, and as you breathe in, you breathe in love. Just breathe in the energy of love. And as you breathe out grace. You breathe out grace and forgiveness. Grace for yourself, grace for your fellow humans, anyone you come in contact with. And then as you breathe out grace, out loud, you say, I am so grateful for this person, this thing in my life, this blessing I have. And when you literally surround yourself with light, breathe in love, breathe out grace, and you give gratitude, the energies that you feel and that you shift in your own field can be rippled out and felt by everybody in your area. And there's a thing called quantum entanglement, and I love this. This is basically when you say something, say you say something in anger, and you say it out loud. It goes, the frequency of that carries to a faraway universe, to a faraway planet. And it's because we're all connected. There's no separation. That's why we all are feeling all of the energies of the planet right now, because they're ebbing, they're flowing, they're shifting. There's so much darkness that is being exposed right now. And this dark force has been here for many, many years, but now we can feel it even stronger because it's now being exposed. And like in the little video that I did last week, where I basically told you about this little ceremony that I've been doing called I'm Done, and it helps us to realize all the things we're done with and all the things that we want to replace it with. I've done one of these since last week when I did that video, and I'm telling you every single time it's powerful. But one of the biggest things that I have been done with is trying to convince someone else of what I know and my point of view and my world perspective. And it's, they've got their own perspective. And I feel at this point that I am not going to change their mind. And in one of the guided meditations that I did this week, I heard this beautiful metaphor for this. So think about climbing a mountain and what it takes to climb a mountain. And I have physically climbed quite a few mountains, especially ones here in Utah because I live in the Salt Lake Valley. I've got mountains on either side, and I have physically climbed to the peak of several mountains, and it's exhausting and exhilarating And at the top, it's mind-blowingly gorgeous and peaceful and blissful, and it's hard to describe unless you've been there and physically done the work to get there. So I try to sometimes explain this when someone says, "Oh, I'd love to hike with you." And I say, "Well, let's, and we don't have to do these big peaks, but if they want to, it's like, okay, this is what we need to kind of be in for." But you can't describe it to someone who's never been there. And they might be able to maybe feel some feelings based on your accounting of your journey, but for them to actually know what it feels like and to see the views that you see from the top of the mountain, they have to experience it for themselves. And the kicker is they have to put the work in. So if you have someone that always has never climbed a mountain, put in any work to get to the top of the mountain, they only see things from a certain perspective. It doesn't mean it's a bad perspective. It just means it's a perspective. So if you think about it that way, you're not going to ever be able to make someone see what it's like at the top of the mountain until they get there themselves. So this meditation made me realize that all the work that I've done personally, that you've probably done as well, and I think most humans, especially if you're watching this and you're watching me, and you're probably on the same path and the same trajectory and have been over the years. We've put in the work about unconditional love and forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, grace and kindness, and we've put in the work. We've climbed the mountain. We've climbed the mountain. So when all of this that is happening right now started happening on the level and all the darkness started being exposed, we've put in the work. And at the top of the mountain, we could actually see what was happening and what was being exposed. And to be able to describe it to people who haven't put in the work, you realize that it's almost impossible. And that's okay, because everyone is on their own journey. And so this meditation, where you literally you surround yourself with light, and then you take a deep breath in of love. You breathe in the energies of love, and you feel it. You feel it clear to the center of you, to your heart, in your bones. Just you feel what it feels like, that feeling of love, unconditional love. And then as you breathe out grace, and you say out loud what you're grateful for. And the power of this is indescribable. In fact, the first time I did this, literally, I had tears of just happiness and gratitude that they were just flowing down my face. And I felt so good, and I felt so at peace. So I would just encourage you to do a lot of self-care through the end of 2021. This is what is being asked of those people who need to lift the vibrational energy of the collective. We need to take care of ourselves so that we can vibrate in these higher frequencies on a regular basis. Because when we do that, that quantum entanglement comes out. And think about being in a room with someone who's positive and happy, and they see the bright side of everything, and they're forgiving and they're kind, and they just, like, you want to be around those people, right? And then think about when someone comes in, their energy is negative and they're depressed and they always see the bad things, and they're talking about, someone cut them off in traffic and how angry they were and how it messed up their day. Like, okay, it's not like I don't want you to tell me about the bad things that happened in your day, but there are people who stay in those lower frequencies and those lower energies all the time. And those are hard. That is hard. Those energies are tough. So you are a light worker, you know it. And if you can practice on a higher level of staying in those energies that are collectively affecting the planet, this is how we are going to continue to move forward. And I want to give a beautiful shout out to all of our brothers and sisters in Austria, and particularly now And in Australia and New Zealand, we see you. We love you. We know what's happening. And we are here to collectively support you as you do what you need to do to rise up. And we are watching. The world is watching. And you are in our prayers. We send you so much love, and just know that we're connected, and humanity is rising. The darkness is being exposed, and it's been there. It's been there all along, but now the light is shining on it and we all see it. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for being there. Um, this has been an interesting, fun journey this last couple of years. I really thought this would be over quite quickly, but apparently this is what we need to go through collectively. So have a beautiful day. Just know that I look at and I read every single comment. I might not always respond. I also read every single email that comes into my inbox. And again, it might take me a little while to respond, but please know that I do respond every time. And it might take me a little while, so please be patient. But again, I am so happy to be a part of this awakening of the human spirit and the awakening of humanity as a whole. And just thank you again for being there. So have a beautiful day. I give gratitude for you, especially at this amazing time of year as we go into this season of where we really remember to have gratitude. And it's just a beautiful time. And remember that it's a beautiful time to be alive. That's kind of what it all boils down to. So have an amazing day. I love you, and we'll talk to you soon.